You're listening to Shut Your Mouth.
I hope that you liked the intro. That is custom made. What do you think?
It's so cute.
How you doing today, Monica?
Oh my goodness.
My babe.
Sam.
Welcome to another episode. These are the 000 episodes. There's no numbers on these.
This is still not even a real thing.
This is just a pilot to see if we can do something.
Like.
How you doing? How you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
It was so hot today. I was
people
like, oh, okay, it's not so bad. It's 92, and then it says the key is what it feels like.
Shut your mouth. I think people... Okay, me, can I give you my thoughts?
You didn't let me finish, Sam.
Make it quick.
What it felt like, it said it feels like was 104.
Boy.
And guess what Daniela said? She goes, that feels like a really high fever.
It is, right? It is.
Because she was like, 99 is a low fever, Mom. But 104, that's a really high fever.
So welcome.
Okay, you would be dead with that.
Everyone that listened. I think we're over 70 listens. We do split it between platforms. It isn't all YouTube. I have some numbers for the audio, and we have some listens there, and they're growing.
What? That's awesome.
Hello to everyone who heard the last
Shut your mouth
episode, another pilot. Well, really, here it is. Okay, guys, I'm going to give you the gist of what we're doing. Monica has become a great communicator. She has taught hundreds of hours, whether it be to kids, adults, and teenagers, lessons, communicating. She has developed it in the past many years. And she's just grown so much. And you get to see a lot of that growth in her podcast. Here's a shameless plug, The Chit Chat Cafe. You can search it wherever you listen to your
Shout
podcast.
out to my girls.
And you can also watch it on YouTube. And you got to know when I'm plugging in this silence on the mic. What mic are you? Mic B? And this is the A mic? Or you are the A mic and I'm the B mic?
I'm the whatever mic. Huh. I can talk and not talk when
There's a difference.
Shut your mouth.
And so the point of this is this, okay? So Monica has her way of being herself, right? The way she's funny.
Thank you, Sam.
You're welcome. The way she picks on me.
Oh,
the way she thinks some things are funny, but they're not.
Sam.
And it's at the expense of someone else's humiliation.
Okay.
And so I want her to learn how to manage that. And I want y'all to kind of get to know us a little bit. My idea for this Shut Your Mouth pilot
Just to show everyone you're the boss?
Babe,
I'm just
don't
kidding.
make me look bad. The point is not to make each other look bad.
Okay.
There's certain ideas I have about podcasting, right? And you know that.
Absolutely.
And so I'm going to roll them out here. I'm going to open up segments and stuff like that. I'm going to tell you, your job is not to respond to what I'm saying, because I'm trying to, obviously I can, what do I call myself?
A creative thinker, doer, communicator, everything,
right? And so I am going to do that here, and hopefully this helps someone who wants to start a podcast or has a podcast and they need to make adjustments. I am trying things out here, not only as a producer of the Chit Chat Cafe. I have a lot of exercises and a lot of stuff I do with y'all to continue to grow your communication skills on air. And then I also have my ways of doing things on the... Go ahead, shameless plug, babe, go.
It's not a shameless plug. Sam Esquivel from the lovely Failed Podcast. Yay! That has, I believe, and I like to think, has been a blessing to many. And whether they've said it or not, I think it's a very different podcast from what maybe we're used to. Because you do really great at spotlighting people.
Yeah, storytelling.
And their story, yeah. And sometimes it's so hard to get that across. It's so hard to make sure you hit important notes, because I include myself. We sometimes, when we're trying to share a story, we fluff it so much that we forget like the key points to our story. And you make sure
keep them on track.
Yes, you make sure that those key points come out and shine.
And so here's an opportunity to give some what I call podcast intelligence. I call it PI. It's something that I do. Something
as an amazing producer,
Thank you,
if I should say.
And so in that instance, I asked Monica to give me a little shameless plug for the Felt podcast. And obviously, we have an emotional connection. She's my wife, and she knows the Felt podcast very well. She's listened to every episode several times over. So her answer was a little longer than what I would have preferred. And so as being on a podcast, how do you manage that? How do you continue the conversation so that no one goes like super long-winded whenever you're trying to say something, right? And those are the little things that I'm going to do in the Shut Yo Mouth podcast. And so here's what I want to do. I have a photo right here. Okay. I wanted to show you. Okay. Have you ever seen those little mailboxes that are in neighborhoods that have books in it? And it says, take one, bring it back. No questions asked. It's free. What are they for?
Well, you know what? I've never used one.
It's okay.
So
not about using.
What are they for? I really don't know, because I've never.
They're to promote literacy.
Seen them.
Yeah.
I've seen them, but I've never taken the time to say, oh, let me look into that. Because to me, the first thing I think is, ew, that's disgusting. I'm not going to go, you know how I am, Sam. Like, I don't know that mailbox. I don't know if they've sanitized it. I don't know where these people are from.
Not too much on that right now.
I'm just saying. So I've never put thought and time into it to stop and say, oh, let me look.
So let me explain. It's a free library for people to drive by, get books, and it's on an honor system. And they're great. There's people that use them. Germs or not, it's access to books, and it's a good way to say, we're promoting literacy.
Or access to your kids.
It's access, yeah. And so they have them on the side of the road.
You didn't get that right.
I didn't. And so, so I saw this picture. Okay. And I'm going to show it to you, and then I'm going to describe the picture. Okay? You ready, guys? And so when you're doing a picture on a pod, try not to pause long, man. Someone's always got to talk. Silence is death for a pod. And so that's something that I really try to avoid when I'm podding.
Meaning it's not golden. Oh, my God.
Okay, so there was this story about one that got... someone broke it. They probably kicked it or hit it with a bat while they were driving, and so they broke the box. Aww. And the books probably got ruined. Dogs, rain, ants, whatever. Okay? React.
I mean, it's so sad. And it's kind of upsetting.
Yeah.
Because, okay, like for myself.
Yeah.
I didn't really know what it was for, and it didn't intrigue me into interests, like, at all.
No worries.
Maybe because we've never had one of those in my neighborhood growing up. And now books are accessed through different forms. But if and when I did see those, it never, it never occurred to me like, oh, let me go ruin it. Oh, let me go, damage whatever's in there.
Yeah. How does it make you feel to see this?
It makes me sad because, like you said prior to showing me the picture, some people really do use it, and so it just makes me sad that now the people that were using it,
yeah,
now it's ruined.
So I want to approach this topic. And again, guys, I hope y'all don't get bored, man. But this is literally a classroom, but we're having fun, like a cool teacher, cool classroom. That's what this is. And so there is a subject, okay, which is this box of books that's free for people to grab and drop them off and take them. And someone broke it. Okay, kind of a sad thing, kind of a representation of the person who did it. They're just an ugly, inconsiderate person, right?
America.
And here in America.
In America.
Okay, so
Because.
and so no, wait.
Okay.
And so the point of me is like I asked Monica to react. She gave me her thought, but I still know what direction I want to take it in the back of my head. So we're going to continue to talk, and then I'm going to veer it the way that I want, and then I'll tell y'all when I did that. Go ahead, babe. I cut you off. The mic is yours.
Well, I was going to say.
Tell everyone what we're chewing on, but real quick.
We're chewing on some amazing, delicious Texas.
Tejas.
Pecans.
Pecan?
I don't know. I say pecans.
I say pecans.
Pecans.
Go ahead, though. Don't, sorry. That's just banter.
I said here in America. Because I've seen something like that in different countries. And maybe it's because it's countries where poverty is like 100% real. Like, you know, I mean, I'm not saying that here in America it's not.
It's on a different scale.
Right. It's definitely a different scale. But when something like that is done in a neighborhood, they really take care of it. Like, it's legit.
Yeah.
Like, a close friend, they talk about having it's kind of like a box, but what they do is they all pitch in and trade fruits and vegetables.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and so, like, if someone's growing rice and they have extra, they go and leave it there. If someone's growing tomatoes and they have extra, they go leave it there.
I need to find that
and
that
so
box.
the little neighborhood, you know, they trade it. Now, in this other place where they tend to kids, and this is not in America. These are all foreign countries.
That's okay.
Where they take care of kids. They have a box like this, and it's been there for as long as I understand, forever. When the foundation started, and people go, and they share like wipes and diapers and stuff like that.
So this form shows up in many other ways.
Right, and so what I'm trying to say is,
say it, baby.
I haven't ran into them saying, "Oh, it got stolen," or "Oh, the stuff in there got damaged," or people have taken more than what they didn't need, or, and so that makes me really sad. And because it was probably a random act.
You catch the kid that did this. Okay, here we go. You ready? I'm gonna draw this picture.
Okay.
Watch your words. No cussing. No cussing is allowed on Shut Your Mouth.
Sam.
Okay.
You're being silly because you know I don't.
I'm joking. Anyways, have fun. Lighten up a little bit. Okay.
Shut your mouth.
That's my favorite. Shut your mouth. Okay. So you have the kid in front. You caught him. That dude tried to take off. He got a flat, and you walked up to him, and you have a moment to talk to him. What do you tell him?
Hijo de su. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I think I would be like, really? Tell me why.
Yeah.
Like, let's just talk about it. Tell me why. Why did you do this? Did someone put you up for it? Were they going to give you money?
Yeah.
For destroying this? Were you angry at a book? Or were you frustrated? Like, tell me the reason.
Yeah.
Depending on the reason, I would say, okay, you have two choices.
You want me to give you the reasons? You want to make this more real?
Sure. Give me the reasons.
No. But put yourself in the shoes for real. I'm the kid.
I'm the mom. I'm right now.
Go.
My heart is pounding. I'm the mom.
Go.
I'm waiting for him to tell me.
You need to clock out of it describing what we're doing, and you need to do it.
Okay.
Get in the role. Go.
All right. Tell me. Tell me why you did this.
That's what you would do? Well, the opening, you're walking up to the car. Make it real.
I'm walking up to the car.
And I'm sitting there like this, looking to my left, and you're walking up. What do you say?
So, did you do this?
No.
Tell me the truth, or I'm about to call the cops.
Here's my phone. I'll dial it for you.
Okay. And then I'm going to call the cops.
Okay, so that ended really fast because you're really mad. Now, let's do it be more
But
thoughtful.
I think the kid would tell you.
It's okay. Do it again, and I'll hit you. I'm just showing how someone would respond. Maybe. Okay. None of it's real.
I just don't think.
Okay.
I
Ready?
don't. Okay.
Action.
This is terrible.
I know.
Okay. Hey, son. Did you do this?
No.
Come here.
No. I'm in the car. I'm scared. I'm scared.
No, you're
gonna
not
hit
scared.
me. You're gonna hit me. You look
I
like
thought
someone.
you said they got a flat like in a bicycle.
You're reading too much into it. Just continue. That doesn't matter. It was
It
an
does
elephant.
matter.
It was riding an elephant, and the elephant twisted his ankle.
Okay, so here's the truth. If it was like a guy in a car, I wouldn't approach it. I wouldn't approach him. That's dangerous.
Got
to
it.
me, that's like failed. Like I'm calling
so
myself to be,
Let me
hurt.
give a plug to the show and shut your mouth. Here's the thing. Whenever I'm conducting an interview, you can obviously see that Miss Monica is being very literal in everything that I'm saying. So nothing that I can present her is going to work because she wants a perfect scenario in order to respond. And so right now I'm kind of losing this segment, right? Would you agree?
No, it's because of all those movies, Sam, that I watch. All those thrillers. They get me ready for moments like this in my life.
So I have to make an adjustment.
You have to look.
I have to make an adjustment. The kid's just walking.
Okay, so if the kid is walking...
And you catch up to me and ready, action.
And be like, excuse me, stop.
I'm walking. I don't want to stop.
I get in front of him.
No. Oh. Yes, ma'am.
I just have a question.
You only get one question because I got to go. I'm coming from church and I'm heading back home. Why are you laughing? Do you go to church?
Because I don't believe you go to church. Look what you just did.
What do you think I did?
That's so mean.
What do you think I did?
I saw you through my window. You broke this sweet little box of books that we have.
Me?
Yeah, look. Here's my picture.
Oh,
and it's like
Lordy,
you on the camera.
That sure. Oh, yep. That sure does look like me. I gotta go. I'm walking away.
I hope you don't trip and fall and break your nose.
So sometimes it just stuff doesn't work.
Okay, Sam.
So
I would fail. I would fail because
it's okay.
Here's the truth.
I failed a little bit, but here's what I would say. Okay, so
I wouldn't approach it.
So
I guess I would
this.
just leave them alone.
I saw this, and you can piggyback off what I'm going to do right now.
No, but before you say it, because I know you want an original answer.
Yeah.
And the original answer or the original question was, how would you approach it? Would you fix it? And honestly, nowadays, it's not even worth it.
There you go.
I wouldn't want to get shot. I wouldn't want to get stabbed. I wouldn't want the same kid that did that come and vandalize my house. Yeah. And I would just leave it alone.
And you know what? That's what I was wanting. But we were in a row and you were playing. I get it. But I know you. And I know that I've talked to you. I said, no, we don't approach situations like that in public because of how the world is right now.
Yeah.
It's too risky. It bummed me out. And so people are listening to this pod and some young kids are listening. And all I got to say is find something else to do when you're bored, right? Mm-hmm. Like destroy your own stuff, join karate. There's punching bags out there, like whatever. You know what I mean? Like in Bloodsport, old school movie. His sensei made him kick a bamboo tree till it broke. And he's like, it was hurting, as Jacques-Claude Van Damme. It was hurting his leg. Mm-hmm. And finally he did it and it broke, but it taught him a lot. Mm-hmm. And so I think this is misdirected boredom. But I still think that there's something there. Like, what if it's a bat? What if he likes baseball? What if he can, like chop some wood? If someone gifted him an axe and taught him and make some extra money. And so that's all I would say. Or... Maybe
he's angry or she's angry.
Yeah.
Because they don't know how to read. And so they want to take that opportunity away from everybody else. Or maybe they got made fun of because they were stuttering while they were reading out loud.
You're right.
I mean, we don't know. It can be a different type of scenarios. Or
no more ors.
Someone broke up with them.
So
over a book, and I don't know.
So here's my. We're gonna. That's it. That segment's over. Thank you for.
Over.
So
shut your mouth.
mouth.
So that's a kind way that Sam's telling me be quiet. I'm trying to transition.
No. I'm having fun, baby. We're just doing this.
Transition.
Transition.
There we go.
I'm holding a big sign that says transition. No,
Be
I'm not.
quiet. Be quiet.
I'm texting. No. And so segueing out of something is very difficult sometimes, right? And so when we talk in the couch, when we're,
Especially when you don't know what that word means.
know,
Oh my gosh. Tell them.
explain.
Okay. So
But wait a minute. Let me lay out a few little limits for you. Don't use it in too many examples. Just give the example as plain as possible so that we can see if a conversation can develop. Okay. So transition is the key. Like you go.
Right. And so this person hears the word segue, and during a conversation, and the person thinks it's a brand of a scooter. So she's freaking out, like, how in the world am I going to bring up the brand of a scooter that I don't like? This person did not even understand scooters or anything. And he was like, Segway. I don't know what that means. And so the conversation kept going for a few seconds until the other person was like, all right, we're changing the subject. And then that was it. And then it was discussed later, like, hey, I just want to know what segue means.
And so whenever I'm doing the Chit Chat Cafe, I am giving the girls prompts with a whiteboard to help them in their conversation and to maintain it like a good flow. So I wrote segue out or segue something.
No. You just wrote segue.
Okay.
That's all. I promise.
It's fine. But here's the issue with that. We're trying to focus. I want to land this plane on words we don't understand and how to be aware when someone is misreading you. So maybe I'm misquoting what happened that day. So tell me the reward. You can also say shut your mouth in correcting me right now.
Shut your mouth. I like that better.
So we'll change. We'll leave that alone. And sometimes that just happens. Okay. How'd your day? Tell me something interesting about today.
I don't want to talk about my day today.
Yeah.
It was a tough day.
Okay. Yesterday was the 4th of July. Right. We celebrated America.
Yeah.
And
And I have a few friends. My dad's birthday's on 4th of July. And one of my good friends that she's known me since I was little.
Yeah.
It was her birthday yesterday. And then we have a couple that their baby, well, he's not a baby no more. It was his birthday. So I think that's pretty cool. Like, people that are born on 4th of July.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they'll never, like, have to struggle with, hey, what theme should I have my birthday on?
There's always going to be a barbecue.
I mean, yeah.
You can use that barbecue for 2 reasons.
And there's always going to be decorations. And they're going to be new every year.
Every year.
Because they're not going to reuse. Stores, well, I would not say never, but stores hardly ever reuse decorations. And so I thought that's sweet. And it was so nice to be able to see so many fireworks. I didn't realize that there's so many little fireworks everywhere. And by that, I mean like that we could see different cities from where we stood.
So I want to talk about 2 perspectives. I want to talk about fireworks first and foremost. How do you feel about fireworks, right? We had a good view, right? And hey, baby, don't let this show just be me. Okay. You're going to have to jump in, okay? Like, do your own. I'm here too. I like it when people ask me questions too.
You know, that's what I told you before we started this episode.
That.
Pilot, whatever you want to call it, sir. I said, I don't have nothing to say today. And you said, it's okay. It's okay. I have the whole show. I have the whole show.
No, but when you said nothing to say, I know that when people have conversations,
I don't even have questions in me, Sam.
But this whole time I've said one sentence and you've given me like 2 or 3 paragraphs.
That's funny, right?
Yeah. Like I have nothing to say.
I have nothing to say, and then I don't let you talk.
I asked one question, and I forgot what I was going to say because you talked a whole lot.
Okay, well, we're talking about fireworks. Bring it.
How do you feel about fireworks? Oh, sorry. I was going to say we had a really good view this time here in Fort Worth. There's this big, how would you call it, like a balcony area for where the Dickies Arenas is, and like it's the number one venue for concerts in the U.S. It got number 1. But anyways, and so from right there we are elevated, and
you get beautiful breeze,
and you can see downtown all the way across. You can see it's a whole panoramic photo of Fort Worth, and so we could literally see 2 huge fireworks shows, and then along the river, which was in front of us,
you could see all these
we couldn't see the river,
miniature
but there was fireworks
shows
going on the whole time.
Yeah,
the whole time.
The whole time.
How do you feel about the celebrating with fireworks?
It's good. I think it shows any country that does fireworks, right? I think it shows like an over-the-top excitement. Kind of like when you put birthday candles on a cake.
Yeah.
It's not the same when you sing happy birthday and then there's no candles. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah. So I think fireworks are like just the cherry on top.
Now, there's an interesting thing that goes along with 4th of July, and no shade on no one, but that if you didn't grow up in the hood, you have no clue, because where we saw it this year, super calm. We got home, I think we heard 1 or 2 fireworks go off, but overall it was peace and quiet, right? You could hear the fireworks from afar. But there's a thing that happens, and I'm going to let you say it. I could say it, but I want to see how you describe it.
Okay.
It happens in the hood on 4th of July and New Year's Eve. But on 4th of July, it's
and
crazy.
Christmas and everything.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Don't add. What is it?
No sleep. That's how I would describe it.
Yeah.
No sleep for sure, and like true fear.
Why?
Because you always think like
you haven't said what
of the fire, right? Like the neighborhood takes advantage, and they're like, oh yeah, the cops are never gonna come.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't care. Oh, and they think like, they're how can I say it? Like no
Invincible.
one's gonna no one's gonna catch them. But they never think about the danger they put everybody else.
Yeah.
And so this morning when I went to Mom and Dad's house, there was all these fireworks stuff in their front lawn where people were throwing it, and it was coming into their yard. And it just makes me upset because I'm like, here's these 2 elderly people. Like, and these young kids, they don't even care. It's something funny, something that they're doing and not thinking about everybody else. Yeah. I mean, luckily God protected them, but can you imagine if a fire would have started? That would have been a disaster. Yeah. And it's not going to stop them.
And so that is very true. But I will add one more aspect to it, and that is that a ton of people shoot guns. A lot of guns. And it is for hours and hours and hours. And why do I mention it? Babe, I just wanted to get your reaction on that part, right? The fireworks thing, that's one thing. I understand the risk involved. There's a lot of fires and stuff every year, and it comes on the news. But the gunshots that go on that day, that people feel like, especially here in Texas, you have a right to carry your gun. But you ain't got a right to shoot it in the air and put people at risk.
I know. I don't know. I can't comment because I get upset. because it's like a sticky situation for chit chat.
Okay.
No, but seriously, it's very annoying.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like there hasn't been enough incidents to happen where people really crack down and say that's enough.
Yeah.
Let's respect our neighbors. You know, it's so sad, you know, that whenever people are being careless and shooting their guns, there's other people at the end of it, like, receiving it, and they don't even know. Like, they're completely 100% innocent. And it comes into their homes.
Yeah.
I mean, we know a very young couple that their house got shot at. And they had nothing to do. They were asleep. I mean, thank God it didn't hit them. But can you imagine?
Yeah.
And so it's very devastating that life gets like this. Like, what can you do, Sam?
Nothing.
Nothing. It's just...
I just wanted to point it out.
It's just annoying. And it really creates fear.
Yeah.
It really does, because what are you going to do? Go out there, they're shooting up, and so you're going to shoot at them?
Yeah.
You know, and then you do call the cops, and then they're so busy those days.
Yeah. That's true.
You know, they have to be so many places, and if they don't come when it's not a very busy day, can you imagine when it's a busy day?
Never.
I mean, yeah, that's my take on that.
So there's a funny thing that happens with people, okay? And we're going to talk a little bit about fitness, okay? And it seems like everyone that has to get healthier at some point, at some age, people either they have a little extra money, they have a little extra time, and so they're able to go and do the whole gym thing. Right, but getting healthy, going to the gym, it's nothing new, correct? But there's something that happens, okay? It's with a lot of people. Is it an annoyance? No, not really. I'm for people getting healthy, but I don't care to know when you're getting healthy. Do you see where I'm going?
Interesting.
So people's fitness journey, it's so beneficial to an individual, and they cannot stand, and they need to put it out there. Like, that is their golden egg to be an influencer, to get attention, and then all of a sudden, someone who never cared, now they're like the source because they had to get healthier, and so they're now posting and posting and posting. How do you feel about that?
Well, shut your mouth. Because I guess, so you're telling me you've never posted it. You've never done it.
No, I post, and a lot of people post, I'm eating, I'm working out, I'm living life, no big deal. But I'm talking about a complete transition from what someone was doing, and then all of a sudden, now they're this fitness person, and now look at my fitness journey, look at my weight, look at me, and I don't care to look at you with your shirt off, show me how you look before and after. It's good for you. It's good for you. I'm just trying to stop this movement. I'm trying to stop it because I don't care about the before. And I get it. It's encouraging, and there's thousands of people that follow, like, blah, blah, blah. But I'm just throwing it out there that if it's really for you, then it should just be for you. Post every now and then. But these are people who are cashing in all their chips, and they want to be known as fitness guy, fitness girl, fitness. Finna get unfollowed.
It's just human nature.
What's human nature?
I think wanting to be accepted and wanting to show, like, your progression and, like, your accomplishments, and you want to hear, whether you do it like consciously or subconsciously.
Yeah.
You want to get the good job, keep it up. You know, what is it? It's one of those 5 love languages, the words of affirmation. That's what it's called. Keep it up. You're doing great. You know, I think from someone that might be, you know, struggling with that, it's very hard at the beginning. So they want to make sure that people are noticing, because I think in the beginning it's so many doubts. Like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do this. It's not paying off. You know.
Yeah.
But you know, it doesn't bother me.
No doubt.
No, because what I do is just not look at it.
Yeah. Just annoying. That's all.
Yeah, I just.
I guess that's what I'm saying.
It is. It could be annoying, but I don't let it get to me. I think what's more annoying for me is when people
I'm just
say,
trying to get you to liven up, girl.
When people say, "Oh no, I'm not on social media. It's just for my family."
Oh.
And then like,
shut your mouth.
and then it's like they have 5,000 people. They're following 5,000 people.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, the audience of Shut Your Mouth, please catch this. Good job. Don't lose your train of thought. We're transitioning from, I was trying to do the fitness thing, and it wasn't working, whatever. You got to test it, right? We're just trying to create a conversation here. And Monica just pointed out the same way that I was feeling about the fitness people who are like all of a sudden the fitness wannabe, whatever. That get on my nerve, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And so she showed me, without telling me, what gets on her nerves. And so let's get into that, because I think we both feel the same way. It's just another. So people that post and they say, I post because of my family. And that's been happening since Facebook. And now it's just more present on Instagram. Boy, let me just clear my.
Sam, we're going to get canceled before we're even something.
No. We're not going to get canceled. We're going to get unfollowed. Which is fine.
Well, I mean, to me, I guess in my head, I'm like, just be honest.
That you want...
That you don't mind the little extra attention.
That you're looking for attention.
Right. And that, okay, maybe...
some of your self-worth is caught up in that mess.
Maybe your social media was just for family, but now you like what you see. You're following people. People are following you back.
Yeah.
And it just got out of hand. Because here's the truth. I know people that their social media is literally just family.
How do they do that? How do you know?
Because one, they keep it private.
Yeah. I'm sorry we're chewing on this Tejas pecans during this whole episode, but they're so good. Go ahead. How do they do it?
So one thing that I've noticed from people that really do keep it just family, they keep it private.
That's the first. That's if they're not doing that, then they're lying.
Right.
So it becomes an issue about lying. But anyways, that's a whole nother subject.
Yeah. Well, I think it's more denial of themselves, because they can't lie. We're seeing it happen.
Yeah.
Like, seriously. You have 5,000 family members. Like,
yeah.
You know.
And even if you do have, let's just say, 20 family members, trust me, more than half of them do not care what you're doing, because we come from a big family.
Yeah.
And I don't care what some of the family's doing sometimes.
Right. No, but I'm saying, like, anyways, it doesn't matter to the specifics, right? But
yeah, no names. We read an article about this.
Yeah.
That's why we're...
Yeah. No. Wait, listen. Okay, so the things that I've seen from people is, one, the very, very first thing, they keep it private.
Yeah. So if you're not doing that, then you're just delusional.
Right. And then 2, they throw no shade.
Oh, okay. What's up?
Like, oh, no support. Oh, no this. Oh,
don't be lame.
Yeah. And so people that, unless they're mad at a family member, then they'll throw it out there.
Yeah.
But one thing for sure, they keep it private. And then number 2, like, their followers and the people they're following are almost the same. Like, it's not one is higher than the other.
Got it.
You know, like if they have 100 followers, then they're going to be following about 100 people.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other thing, you can literally like connect them. Like if you look up at their followers and then you look who they're following, they're going to be pretty much the same people. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Which, here's the truth. I don't care.
Yeah.
If you have 5,000 followers and you're following 7,000 people, but don't use the excuse, oh no, I'm not on it, it's just for my family.
Okay, so can I say this? What would be expected? What would be better said if someone's like that? You know what, I post because I like attention, because I need to feel like someone, like, you know, I need to feel like I'm liked. Mm-hmm. As sad as that is. Mm-hmm. I mean, don't get it twisted. I mean, I'm on social,
but I don't think I've ever. Whoa, that was
I'm
really
I'm
loud.
always posting,
like podcasting one-on-one,
and I'm trying to promote what we're doing. And so
Shut
for me,
your
there's an
keep
objective.
going.
There, baby.
Okay.
There's an objective
There's an
that I'm
objective.
trying to accomplish. So if someone calls me out, I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm doing it, but here's why I'm doing it. I'm not gonna be like, oh no, I just there's a few people I want to know what I'm doing creatively. Heck no, man. I want the world to know, right? And every like matters, and every follow matters for me because I'm trying to build something.
Right.
But I will be honest and say I am after attention.
That's what I was gonna say. I don't think that you've ever said, oh, it's just for family. Like, I've never heard those words come out of your mouth.
Yeah.
You know, I think just don't say it.
Yeah.
Like, if someone's calling you out, like, for whatever reason, like, hey, you're on social media a lot, or, you know, this and that, just accept it. Like, whatever. Yes, I am, and you're stalking me, or, you know.
Now, this is shade for someone. Someone's going to listen to this and not like it.
Yeah.
But I don't care about every little thing that some people are doing. It's just, it has no value. Now, if you add teachable moments, if the content has a variety, but I don't know, man. I'm glad that you brought that up, but it definitely is annoying as people who go on their fitness journey and all of a sudden their social media changes, and there I am watching their before, like they're stuck on before for a long, long, long time.
Mm-hmm. You're so funny. Okay, I have something to ask or to share.
Go for it.
Okay, how does this phrase make you feel?
Angry.
Ready?
Oh, go for it.
Thanks in advance.
Okay, say it.
Thanks in advance.
Like a thought. Think, not think. Like, thank you.
Okay, let me play it out this way.
Did you lob it up for yourself?
Ready?
Okay, go.
Okay, can you please take out the chicken? I will be home in 2 hours. Thanks in advance.
That's such a scam. That's such a scam.
Or I need you to cover tomorrow because I'm not going to be able to make it. Thanks in advance.
Yeah, you're pretty. I hate that. Like, there's so many. Like another. Like, how are you doing? Like, I hate that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let's sit down and talk to answer that. If not, figure out another way to say hi to someone. Thanks in advance. Thank you in advance. To me, it's so annoying. You're not giving the other person an opportunity to respond, to even say yes, modify what you're asking. You're not giving them an opportunity. So to me, that is an empty thank you in advance. It's basically saying, just do it. Like, you might and so just do it won't come across as nice. But that, in essence, that's what it's saying. And I hate when people code things differently so that they can excuse themselves from any responsibility. And so for me, a phrase like that, I would just take it out, take it away, or like some severe consequences after that. You know what I mean? Like, you owe me one, and you cannot tell me yes or no. You cannot tell me no. You know what I mean? Like if that was the trade-off, then I'd be like, hit me with thanks in advance as much as you want, because I'm gonna come back at you.
All right. Do you think you've ever used it?
No.
As like you having, managing your
Like in business,
your people. Yeah.
In business, I do use it, but it's like we've had conversations that have led up to it, and they're like, if something's saying I'll take care of this. Let me know if you need me to, right? And I'm saying, okay, let me go do a little talk over here, and then I'll send a message. Okay, it's a go. Thank you in advance. But in essence, they had already told me that they were available. I don't misuse it.
So there's a positive way to use it and a negative way to use it.
Yeah. One is selfish and one is selfless. Get you some cookies, baby. Get you some cookies and milk.
That's pretty good, Sam.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you?
Oh wait, I hear something.
Oh my God.
You're listening to Shut Your Mouth.
She's so cute.
I just wanted people to hear our intro. Go ahead.
I just love her.
By the
That's
way,
her baby.
that is my baby girl. She made that beatbox. She made that intro for us.
You guys, and she was so excited about it.
Yeah, we worked on it hard.
She really wants to be on this pod. Anyways, back to the pilot pod, fake pod,
Stop. It's real.
pretend
It's real.
pod, test
We're
pod,
just talking.
crash course pod. I'm just kidding. Okay. So there's a positive and a negative way to use that.
Absolutely.
Thanks in advance. I just don't know if people understand that there's a positive and a negative way.
I know that because I know communication, people use it in a bad way on purpose. It's not used accidentally. Yeah. When you say it, you know when you're trying to get one past someone. I know that. Yeah.
It's sad.
So sad.
Because it's kind of like, it's funny, but this phrase, it's kind of like a tie-in to everything. To the fireworks, to the guns, to the social media thing. It's so selfish. Yeah. All of those things are so selfish.
Yeah.
Like, why is it that we have to be so selfish? Like,
can I give you an example of like what you're trying to describe it as it being shady? There's another question. It's not necessarily a phrase, but it's put into this question that's so shady. And I'm going to hit you with it right now, and then you're going to give me your reaction.
okay.
Okay? So you're talking to someone, okay? And they ask you, what are you doing today? And I'm using a sweet voice, okay? Because that's part of the scam.
Okay.
What are you doing today? It's so nice outside.
Oh, no. You never answer that question.
And you typically, because me and you have talked about it, and so you're answering from experience, and obviously you've learned. Before, you would say, oh,
Nothing.
Okay? And the person on the other end would then say,
Okay, well, can you watch?
can you do some annoying favor?
Can you pick up? Can you do?
Some annoying favor that they did not want to do, and they scammed you because they knew that you would wanted to. Oh, they're going to ask to hang out. They're going to ask for us to go to lunch. So nothing. That way they can proceed to the good, like a request.
Now, Sam, it's more annoying when it comes from
Easy.
like someone that's from like this time frame.
No names.
You know what I mean? Like someone that's around your age, or someone that's like
someone that you typically would go out to eat with,
right?
Have coffee,
or like
more than capable
for work, something like that. But when it's from your parents, it's like it's fine, whatever, right?
Because parents get a pass on a lot of things.
Parents get a lot of absolutely, and if if sometimes they don't know how to ask for favors, especially if they've already asked for so much.
Got it.
And so for me, when it's coming from my parents, no shade on that, whatsoever. Like, yes, I will go do it, especially if I'm sitting on the couch doing nothing. Like, No worries. But when it comes from someone that's very capable, that knows how to Uber, that knows how to do online pickup, that knows how to, that's when I'm like,
Shady.
I can't.
That's shady.
That's wrong. Because you really didn't text me to see how I'm doing. You really text me to use me.
Yeah.
So I can't.
Boy, they get on my nerves. Don't ask me what I'm doing. I'm busy every day.
Well, and here's the thing, Sam. It's not a topic just for us. It's like people in general.
Yeah.
Like, we're not talking about anybody specific.
Okay.
Hey, but how does Lance say from It Might Be You podcast? Is that what?
It's probably you.
Oh, it's probably
Shout out to Lance.
you.
Whenever we
Shout
mention
out
someone, shout out to Lance. He's been on the Felt podcast and he's doing great things.
He really
What does
is.
he say? What does he say?
says
If it's bothering you at the end, he's like, if it's bothering you or you're sitting with you a little odd, it's because it's probably you. And so I try not to be that. The things that annoy me, I try not to be that. You know what I mean? But people, guys, y'all listening to this and y'all think, man, look at them. They're so negative. They're so angry at the world. We're not. When me and Monica talk, we bring up topics and how we feel about it so we have a better understanding and we grow from it. And so let me go ahead and land this, right, and finish this pod. What are some of...
Thank God, because I'm hungry.
My God.
No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
What are some of the topics that we covered? Because it's a podcast. There's segments. We have to come in and come out of segues, out of topics, and here we are. You said, I don't know what to say. I don't have anything, and I have to trust that what we do without the mics, we can do now. We did. I thought this was a great pod. So, what are some of the topics? I'm going to name some, but I want you to name some too. Okay, so you go first.
I think it's just gonna be everyday life, like.
Today, we talked about the mailbox, the book box being destroyed.
Oh, you mean today?
Today. I want to recap.
I am so sorry.
So people can say, like, sometimes, here's why I'm saying it. People have podcasts that are an hour, 2 hours long, and they literally do not go through different segments because there's rabbit trails, they get lost, and I don't like that. And they're
having too much fun.
Yeah, but I like to coach the Chit Chat Girls. I like to coach other pods that I help produce on avoiding that and moving the conversation along because I'm thinking about the listener.
Yeah.
There's only so much that they care about how you feel about things. So it's important to come up with new things. So we talked about the box.
So we talked about the book box. We talked about fireworks. We talked about shooting the guns in the air. We talked about
fitness and
fitness,
and that led into it's from my family.
Social media is just from my family
and the annoyance of
that. And then we talked about the annoying phrase "thanks in advance." I think that's it.
Yeah, and then the one. And then
we talked about these yummy pecans.
And then the what annoys me, that veered off of that. What was it? It was
the fitness.
No. Oh. You had said, and so.
Oh, thanks in advance and also how are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Because you said how are you doing? Let's sit down and talk about it, not just.
Yeah, we didn't get into that one.
But you asked about what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? And then they tag you into something.
I forgot the last one that we talked about.
What are you doing?
Was that it?
When people text you, hey,
that
so
one.
Beautiful.
Sorry, yeah.
What are you
You're
doing?
Right. And so how'd you feel about today's pod? How'd you feel about the back and forth?
Well, my energy was really low.
Yeah.
Today, I think at the beginning. But then I kind of shook off what I experienced today.
Yeah.
Which maybe we'll talk about later. I don't know.
I thought you did good.
But then it was good. And you were funny. You were Sam. Don't ask myself questions. Give me a little plug.
I do not sound like that.
And okay, don't ask me questions. Give me a little plug.
I do not look like that.
And so it was good. I think you did really good. I think you could tell my energy was like really low at the beginning. You know what I like, Sam, before we end this pod, because I'm going to let you finish it.
Yeah,
You know
we'll finish
what I
in about
really
30
like?
minutes.
You originally introduced podcasting to me through just audio.
Yeah.
And that's the original way of podcasting.
It got to work audio
What
only.
was that show that we saw? That we heard? The Criminal Mind, or what was it called? Serial. And
it was like the first time a series like that happened, and it was so
epic.
famous. Yeah.
And that's how I was introduced to podcasting.
That was a great listen.
Yeah. And so, Sam,
First season, sorry.
I'm really enjoying that we're literally doing this audio only.
Yeah.
Like, if we're
Forget
gonna be,
YouTube. YouTube's important, but you got it has to work audio only.
Yeah.
And then the visual is just a plus. But people get lazy whenever there's video.
Yeah.
And so but go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
And so I'm enjoying that we're getting to do just audio only.
Yeah.
On this pilot experience test, whatever.
What do y'all think of the name? Someone send a comment.
Shut your mouth.
Okay, final thought. What did you learn when it comes to communicating, podcasting, segments, segues, whatever we tried today? We're trying stuff on the Shut Your Mouth podcast. What's a good takeaway? What'd you learn?
You reminded me again that there's no reward in correcting.
Yeah,
there really isn't. Like, why spend all that energy and time? I should have just left it alone and we could have continued
you killed the segment.
Yeah, I killed it because I was trying to correct you, and so it's lame.
Yeah, but it wasn't that I was lying. I just was telling it different, and so. But I've told y'all that before, right? Like, to avoid that as much as you want to. Like, it could
and
really.
I forgot.
It's okay
because yes.
But this is the thing. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to put out there with this. You know what I mean? Because this is really how we talk.
As you massage my face.
Yeah. Get out my face. Get it out on my face, girl.
I'm just kidding.
No, and so thank y'all, everyone. Thank you. This was a great episode. My takeaway was that if you have... So the A mic is the host, and then there's a B, C, and so on, depending on how many you have. And so the A mic has to show up. They have to drive the conversation no matter what the other mics bring.
So you have the A mic today.
I have the A mic today.
Not tomorrow, buddy.
You're taking it?
Not tomorrow.
Okay. And so let me finish. Don't hijack my...
I'm sorry.
And so I'm joking. And so that's what I learned. Right? Like, I knew your energy was low. I know you kind of didn't want to do it, but that's the point. Like, no matter what, me and you talk every day.
Yeah, we do.
We get in a deep conversation. So I have to capture it, and that's the point of this. And you came along. I struggled a few times, it's because this is, again, it's there's a format, there's segments, but I'm not treating it like a normal podcast. I'm trying to let people see how we develop a story, communication, and sometimes I'm going to share with y'all my thought process behind it. And Monica's job is going to be to ignore what I say and just get her to continue to be her. And you did that today, and so good job. Oh,
yay! I'm taking a bow.
Do you want to do the outro?
Yeah.
Or do you want me to do it?
I want to shout out to Brother Joe Frank.
Explain.
Brother Joe Frank, I am on Sam's podcast. Remember, he kept saying, "When are you gonna have Monica
out. Yeah, my man.
on it?" So, Brother Joe Frank, he finally listened. Let's give a hand clap to that.
I got you.
Yay! Thank you, Sam, for listening. So, thank you for joining us on this episode. Please listen. If you are connected through Sam, send him a message, tell him what you think. Honestly, because
it's a research pod.
Yes. If you like it, if you don't like it, let us know. It's not gonna hurt our feelings.
I'm gonna jump in.
We're losing nothing.
And really, guys,
and gaining everything.
If you're out there and you're serious that you want a pod, right? And you're a business owner, you're a communicator, you need some help, reach out to me on Instagram at the Feld Podcast.
For sure.
Find me, and I am passionate about this, and I am available to help you. And every step of the way, I gotcha.
Yep. So follow our journey.
Yeah. So give us
anywhere you hear and listen to podcasting. Thank you again for listening to Shut Your Mouth. We appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
And in most cases, I would let that slide.
Oh, my goodness.
But you gotta, I'm going to give it a go.
Okay.
Okay. You love me?
Never
Never mind. We'll see y'all later.
Go ahead.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to the Shut Your Mouth podcast. I am Sam, and we're both hosts. Monica is with me. Thank you for tuning in and enjoying. I hope you enjoyed this episode. We were back and forth about a lot of things. And don't forget to listen to what I'm doing on my project. Search The Failed Podcast. It's on YouTube and anywhere you listen to your podcast, as well as Monica's project, and that is the
Chit Chat Cafe.
Type that into YouTube and anywhere you listen to your podcast as well. And I'll be posting this under my stuff right now until we get good feedback or it gets good legs, and then we will brand it, launch it, and make it its own independent thing. But for now, it will be under the Failed Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. Shut your mouth.
And we'll see you on the next one.
You're listening to Shut Your Mouth.